Hello, everybody. My name is Nick. I'm currently a cardiac nurse at OSU East. Technically, I'm on light duty. I tore my ACL and my meniscus not too long ago, and actually, I have to go and have surgery here on the 22nd. So that's cool. So let's jump right into it. My definition of leadership kind of goes back to, I think, of being a quarterback. Not me personally, but I think of a quarterback and some characteristics that they show, such as strategy and preparation. Just like a great leader, you think about what you do before you do it. You prepare the best that you can. The next thing, and this is my main thing for leadership, is communication. How can you communicate to people? Quarterbacks always communicate extremely well, whether it's in the huddle or signals, prior to making friends with teammates, having that bond with different people. I think leaders also need that. Empowering the team, accountability, and focus under pressure. All good things for quarterbacks, all great things for leaders. And then my AONL was communication and relationship building, specifically focus on the communication part. And then tying that back in with the quarterback, I kind of hit on it a little bit. We talk about signaling, being in the huddle, motivating teammates. Effective communication is so important of being a leader, not just as a quarterback, but everywhere in life. Being able to talk to certain people, specifically, I think of quarterbacks. You lose games. People lose games. Sometimes in life, you lose games. How do you communicate with people? How do you talk to people? How do you deal with losing after the loss? So I think communication is huge. What test did you take, and do you agree with it? So I took the leadership style test, which evaluates skills and styles. I got a 63 out of 100. I thought that was pretty terrible. Actually, apparently it's a pretty good score and says that you could potentially be a leader. I personally don't ever see myself being in a leadership position. Quite honestly, I don't think I'm quite mature enough to do such a thing. And then as far as style goes, it wanted me to pay $6.95 for that. I couldn't afford that. I wasn't going to buy it, so I did not know what style that was. As far as have I ever reviewed the Nurse Practice Act before? I have, only through the BSN program. I reviewed it, and it was, I think, a project I was doing. I was using information, but have I reviewed it specifically? No, I haven't looked through. I definitely haven't looked through most of everything. What are your thoughts on the delegation section? I think some parts of it were kind of interesting. Other parts, pretty boring. But I thought it had a lot of good information in it, specifically what you can and cannot delegate to unlicensed professionals, and does it coincide with leadership? Absolutely. In my opinion, it does. Even though you're not necessarily in a leadership position or a manager, you're still delegating something to somebody. It's your responsibility to follow through with them just as much as leaders or managers do. Make sure that they do it right, and stuff like that. Discuss one or two problems of your work that quality improvement project could improve, and why. So like I said, I'm on light duty right now. I'm actually with the accreditation officer at OSU. That's my transitional manager, which has been great. One of the biggest things that they're worried about at OSU East is glucometer cleanings. Not just if it's happening, but how it's happening. So I think that would be a great opportunity to do a project on, quality improvement project on. And then lastly, what do you look forward to completing after your BSN? Personally, I just got engaged, so I look forward to completing a wedding and a bunch of other stuff that goes along with such things. But on a professional level, I would say I'd like to do my Med-Surg certification. I come up on 2 years here in February, so not too much longer here. That's about it. Thank you.